Hey.
Yeah, hey, TADPOG Nation.
Man, we sound really good right now.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Like, we sound like, if I had to rate our audio right now, like a scale of 1 to 10, beards, I'd give it 10 beards.
Yeah.
I'd give it 10 beards.
Yeah.
But I've got some bad news.
Oh, yeah.
Some bad news. The episode you're about to listen to, you can probably just skip it.
If they want to.
You can probably just skip it. Yeah, I mean, it's Miller, who's not really interesting, and the audio quality it's not really up to par.
Yeah, apparently we made a mistake and didn't realize that it was recording through the laptop microphone instead of the state-of-the-art professional microphones we have in front of us.
Right.
So it sounds like we're in a cave.
Yeah, a little bit, maybe. I don't know. We haven't really listened to it yet.
Yeah.
We just know it's not going to sound as good.
Yeah.
So for that we apologize. But like I said, you can skip this episode because, I mean, Miller does not tell any funny stories. He just evades all kinds of questions. He doesn't like Resident Evil, spoilers. So just feel free to pick it up at Breath of Fire.
Or if you're a trooper and you want to keep listening, thank you.
I wouldn't. I'm just going to say that. I wouldn't.
Well, here's the episode. Thanks for sticking through if you decide to.
Yeah, thanks. It's really not that bad.
No.
Hi there, listener. You're about to experience TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games, and there will be plenty of game talk, but also copious amounts of crude, off-color, offensive, and immature speech. So if you are of a rather sensitive humor constitution, we're just letting you know what you're in for with this show. It has games. It has jokes. You know, just games and jokes. Take the games, take the jokes, and have a good time.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast, a twice-weekly show where two fuckers sit down and talk to an asshole.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. I'm keep running, we should keep that.
What's wrong with that? That sounded good.
Yep. So since he started it,
Yeah.
Oh, you're really going to do that?
Yeah, we're
that's
using
the
that.
intro for this episode.
That's the wonders of recording everything you say.
Serves you right, fucker.
Hey, it's your show. I'm fucking up what I care.
I don't think you can fuck our show up.
Nope.
Oh.
Challenge accepted.
I'm going to shit on this microphone.
That wouldn't be a Tadpog first, though.
Nope.
Oh, man. Megalixer got busy.
You want to intro yourself too?
No.
Talk about what this is.
Who the fuck are you? What are you doing?
Who am I? What am I doing here?
You have an identity crisis on the show?
I wanted to buy a couch off of Craigslist. I walk in and there's this microphone set up. Can I have my couch now?
Yes, sit down and record this show and you can have this couch.
If you could tell, listener, this is a very casual Other Shit Monday episode. It's going to be, this is a interview special with guest host Shawn Miller.
Who got shy all of a sudden when we asked to introduce himself. I'm not used to that.
That's not my job, Dave. If you learn nothing from Ashley Shake, a proper introduction is given by the host.
Well, normally the intro is given by the host too, but you handled that for us.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
For a moment, like you turned into Populist Miller, where you're very reserved and careful about what you're saying.
Yeah, no. We're going to go ahead and cut that shit out right now. Dick and balls.
TADPOG on the Shit Monday. Shawn Miller interview special. Take 1. Take 2. Alright, let's get to it. I'm your bearded host, Tyler, and talking about special interviewee Shawn Miller. When I was in college, I had one of my friends had a girlfriend, and I guess maybe he had sort of a man crush on our other friend.
Okay.
Oh,
and
I know this story.
It had been for New Year's Eve. I guess they were going to come to my apartment in Murray and
blow each other?
Well, they had an intermediary. They were going to...
so one was going to blow another guy, and then that guy was going to blow the second friend?
That way it's not...
Yeah. It's
No, they were going to basically share his girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
So
I haven't heard the story. This is interesting.
You haven't heard the story?
I don't think so.
So they came up to my apartment. They tried to spin it up like it was a joke. Like,
it's a goof.
Like, just a goof. The friend and the girlfriend were in the bed, like making out and laughing, while friend is like at the foot of the bed giggling. It was a weird situation to walk into.
You walked into this?
Yeah, at this point the door was still open.
The door's open, lights are on. It's insanity, man.
But
you were there too, Miller?
Well, see.
Okay, all right.
When things start to escalate, they talk about how they're going to do more.
You gotta tell me who these people are.
I'll tell you after the show.
No.
But they get up and go to the bathroom. Shawn Miller comes over to the apartment drunk, and we tell him they're going to have a three-way of sorts. In the bedroom.
This is a weird fucking story.
Yeah,
Is this
I know.
real?
This is real. This is 100% real.
Right.
And Miller's like, goes and gets in my closet and shuts the door. So eventually, they come out, get all their plans together, and go and get in the bed. And what really happens is she lays in the middle, the two guys on either side of her, and she basically goes skiing.
What now? I can see what you're doing.
You see what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
She gives the twin hand jobs on either side.
Okay.
Like she's...
Like the Riddler and Batman.
Yes.
Right?
Only not ghost penises.
Not ghost penises.
Two best friend penises.
Okay.
But they take so long to get there, and Miller's already pretty drunk.
Where are they going?
Well, they...
I guess I need to be older to understand that reference. I don't know.
Well, the skiing?
Yeah.
Well, she's
I'm not
on the
mature
side,
enough.
how
You've been skiing, right?
No.
I'm
not rich. I'm not rich, Miller.
I haven't been skiing either, but I've got a fucking television.
And your wife.
Wait. I want to break down what you just said. You've been skiing, right? No. Well, me neither, but you got a television. That was a weird jump in logic. All right. So this girl's laying in the middle of the bed. Two guys on the other side. She's just furiously jerking them both off.
Jerking them both up at the same time.
Is she alternating? Or is she going
I think
the
that
same?
would be too hard. To my knowledge, she was doing it at the same time. Yeah.
Miller, you were in the closet. Was it alternating or was she stroking?
Tyler will get to this, but...
During that time, Miller passed out in the closet.
Took a little nap.
I don't know how long he's passed out, but when he wakes up, he doesn't know where the fuck he is. He's just in this dark room with clothes in his face. Why is he here? So he just jumps up and bursts out of the closet onto the three of these people, and then just freezes. He just sees her, and just the first words out of his mouth, "Ugh. Tyler told me there was a pond in there," and then walks out of the room. And shuts the door, and I guess business just resumes.
I remember this story. I don't remember this not at all, really, but the way I remember it happening, I go in the closet. I passed out immediately. There was, I don't remember. There was no this is gonna be funny. No, I just had close the door and just go to bed.
Take your dick out, right?
Well, he said go to bed. So, yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah. Excuse me.
The funny part of this story that Tyler is neglecting to mention is
there's the funny part.
There was a fourth person in the room for nearly the entire thing.
That's true.
Another friend of ours was sitting at the computer talking over, I think, Yahoo Messenger to this ex-girlfriend or girl that he liked. Having an argument. While there's this weird, not really kind of sexual, but kind of sexual thing going on.
No, that sounds sexual. I mean, she had two dicks in her hands. That's pretty sexual, right?
Yeah, I guess, but there was, I don't know. The whole thing was weird.
It was a crazy freshman year college situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It only happens when teenagers have their first bit of freedom.
Yeah, because I think in my mind it was going to be funny to just like jump out and scream at him or something. Of course, we didn't think that anything was going to happen anyway, because this is like these two are sitting there like, yeah. I mean, my girlfriend, you think she thinks you're cute, so. But then when
surely not. She's not going to be down for this. Nope, she was down.
So when I passed out, and I literally did not realize where I was when I popped out, and then that's the first thing that came to mind, and that shit happens, man. Shouldn't drink some.
Who the fuck are you? And do you have a stripper story for us?
Yeah, I've got lots of stripper stories. I think was it Josh Edwards really liked the stripper story.
Yeah, he wanted this segment.
He was hoping that would be a continuing segment, so we can do.
I think it should be.
Okay, well, we'll do the I Tell a Stripper Story segment. The first time I went to a strip club, the very first time was my 18th birthday. And me and a bunch of friends had gone to the bowling alley there in our town. And
I didn't even know there's a bowling alley there.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up.
Not much to speak of.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 2 lanes.
It's a strip club bowling alley.
Yeah. But I was like, I want to go down to Tennessee to the strip club. It's my 18th birthday. I can get in. Let's go. Everybody's like, no, I want to. I had one friend that was like, yeah, I'll go with you. Let's go. It was my friend Joey. I'll forever be thankful for him for doing that for me that night. And he actually drove me on my 21st birthday, so I owe him a lot on birthday credits. But anyway, we go down. I'd never been to one. I think he might have been to one once before because he wasn't much older than me. Didn't really know what was going on. It was creepy. It was weird. We're walking into this dark room. There's titties, and I just don't know how to handle that exactly.
It's a lot different than being in a closet. What's your friend's gonna hand job?
There's weird. There's people in there, and it's weird to be around other people and a naked girl. Like it's weird enough, but.
You get used to it, though.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, obviously, I've got a lot of these stories. We go in and sit down, like, sort of in the corner, and girls are, hey, how you guys doing? And they're like, hello. Hi. I got a boner. And so we're really nervous and freaking out. And about that time, we realized there is this guy at the stage, at the pole, and he is just fucking yelling and hollering and hooping, and he's waving dollar bills, and I mean dollar bills, not fives, not tens, dollar bills.
He's on the stage?
No, he's sitting right up at the stage, and the stripper's in front of him. He's just waving these dollar bills, and I start to look at him.
And it's you from the future.
Sort of. I look over at Joey, and I was like, does that guy at the stage look familiar to you? He looked at me, and he looked back, he goes, oh my God. It was our high school baseball coach.
And my middle school math teacher.
Yeah. So we automatically, all the nervousness and fear just drains right out of us. We're like, we got to go sit over there. We're going to ruin this guy's night.
See, that's weird, man, because that's when it would have made me nervous.
Oh, no.
I would have been totally cool up until that point.
We thought it was great. So we go and sit right across the stage from him, and we're just staring daggers at him. We're just staring at him. He's like, the shit he was saying was just like, yeah, turn around, now spread the cheeks. Yeah, now put your arms up and shake. It wasn't just a polite, oh, hello, ma'am, here's your dollar bill. No, it was, I want to see your rolls, man. Bust your rolls.
It's a seasoned veteran.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess.
He finally looked at us. And I've never seen the blood drain out of a person's face that fast. He had seen a ghost. And he just gathered up his rolls of dimes that he had with him. And he retreats to a far corner. I blink and he's gone. He just disappeared. The postscript to that story is the very next, this was on a weekend, Monday, I'm driving home from school. I leave the parking lot and I drive right past the practice baseball field. And I see the team's out there practicing and the coach is there with them. And by now, I had told every goddamn person I could find. I had told this story to everybody, all the baseball players. I went classroom to classroom. Can I get Kyle Perry out of classroom? Man, I got to talk to him. So I drive by and I just lay on my horn as loud as I can, and the entire team stops what they're doing, just turns around and waves at me. The coach is like, "Perry, is that somebody so important that you need to stop practice just to wave at him?" And he turns around and just looks at him with these big eyes and goes, "Yeah, coach, that was Shawn Miller. You know Shawn Miller, don't you? Everybody knows Shawn Miller."
Wasn't the girls basketball coach's daughter? Didn't she also work at that strip club?
Yes. That is a story for next time.
Yeah. Go ahead and set that one up for you.
Yep. We can do a whole separate podcast of this shit, I guarantee you. So that's it. Now you know me.
I'm Dave, your bespectacled host, and most of my strip club stories aren't about me because I'm usually pretty well behaved in a strip club. But I do.
It's your dick that misbehaves.
Yeah, it's the other half of me. It's my dark passenger.
Your dark dangler.
I've got a story, but it's all right. Okay, here we go. It's from the Brass Stables. I think I remember telling a story about the Brass Stables before. That's the
rough
one.
National Strip Club.
Yeah. The really rough one. I remember at that strip club, I went with my boss at the time, and he was super nervous because he thought that he would get in trouble. He thought that his boss was going to find out he was there, and in Western Kentucky, apparently, if you go to a strip club, you can get fired. Like that's just a law. It's just a law, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a work at will state, so they could fire you for something like that, and it's okay.
So, like, I thought he was being ridiculous about it, which he was being ridiculous about it. What he should have been worrying about was the fact that he went to the ATM like 5 fucking times because he was a big shot. He was getting everyone he brought. He was getting lap dances for. He wasn't even drunk. So, like, I kept taking advantage of it because he was like, "You want a lap dance?" Yep. I'd like come back with the stripper and be like, "This one, money, please, thank you." So like he went back and forth like 5 times. It turns out that he took out like $600 that night. So we're driving back and he was just like, "Oh damn, I didn't even think about this." I was like, "What? What's up?" "I took out like $600 tonight. My wife's gonna be really mad." Yeah, she's gonna be pretty fucking pissed. But
well, 300 of it was ATM fees because you don't use the ATM.
never at a strip club. So thanks. I won't use his name, but thank you still because I still remember that magical night. Were you maybe got a divorce? I don't know. I haven't got in touch with them recently.
I never saw you after you got home.
Yeah, that's weird. How's your wife?
I wouldn't know.
So like I said, today is one of our specials, our third in our interview series of Better Know a Guest. So now it is time for you to, if you can, get to know Shawn Miller better. Know Shawn Miller better.
He's so guarded.
It's been pretty intimate so far.
Sean Miller of Secret of Evermore, Populous, Pilot Wings,
NHL
94. There's got Joe.
You're looking
Mac
at
too.
it like there's another. Oh right, the Ninja Caveman. I forgot.
There's one more.
There's a fucking another one.
Mm.
Sort of.
The Walking Dead recording.
Oh right,
The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 1 live stream.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us go through all those so we can put them in the show notes.
Yeah.
Which did anybody ever actually watch that? Did any? I think
A couple people.
Yeah.
Couple people.
Yeah. Thank you, six people.
Right. We don't know who you are, but thanks for listening.
Yeah.
So what I like to start off asking in an interview, Shawn Miller, are you a gamer?
Yes, I am. But during Josh Nance's interview, the very first one you did, you asked him about hardcore gamers and the difference and things like that. He claimed that I was a hardcore gamer, which I think that's not the case.
Why not?
Because I don't enjoy video games for the sake of video games. Like, the two of you play a wide range of video games, not just because you have to play some games that, God bless you,
for this fucking show. God damn it.
Like, this week is a break because you don't have to go back and play a shitty game. You can
when Tyler suggested this, and I was like, yeah, sounds good. Get them on. Let's do it. I don't have to play anything. Fine.
But, I mean, a hardcore gamer would really enjoy just a wide range of games for the sake of playing games. I don't. I've got probably you'd call them odd taste in games because there's no like specific genre that I think is just amazing. I do like JRPGs, but I don't like all JRPGs. I never got into the Suikoden games. I didn't like Earthbound very much.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even get through it. I know that's your favorite. But the Final Fantasy series is among my favorite games of all time. So I think that because I'm picky about what I like. And you can't really put a finger on what it is. It's just different little games that just speak to me.
Okay. What do you think is your definition of a gamer then? Someone who likes a wide...
Yeah, somebody who likes and spends time playing a wide variety of games, which I think it's a little closer to what Jacob, he sort of said the same thing. Somebody who just enjoys playing video games. I don't enjoy playing video games in a broad sense. I just enjoy playing certain video games that I know I like. And I will replay video games to death.
Yeah.
There's no telling how many times I've gone through Final Fantasy 3. Or 6, or whatever the fuck you people call it. Still drives me crazy.
You're also the biggest Silent Hill fan that I know.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about, too, because like Silent Hill is by far one of my favorite gaming groups. The group of games, whatever you call it, the series. Your favorite survival horror franchise? Right, but I hate Resident Evil. Absolutely hate Resident Evil, but I love Silent Hill.
Even the first Resident Evil?
Yeah, I didn't like any of them.
Where's the rub? What do you not like about Resident Evil? What does Silent Hill have?
I don't know. I think I like the sort of occultish storyline probably a little more in Silent Hill, whereas you've got the evil mega corporation umbrella in Resident Evil, and it's a different. It's sort of the same play style, but it's a different... I like games for the stories. Like I know we talked about one time that I don't play games on hard mode. I just won't do it. It pisses me off, and I won't do it. And I'll even set games to an easier difficulty because games like that, I'm not playing for the run and gun action and the fights. I'm playing because I like to see the story unfold. But, so that's that. Just in that, I think that says that I'm not much of a hardcore gamer because I'm not trying to challenge myself to be a better gamer. I don't give a shit. I just want to get through the game and kill some time. And in those games where there's a deeper story, just watch that all play out.
So I know you're also huge into MMOs. Like that's what I think. When I think MMOs, I think you and I think my brother because that is what. But you've played, like, my brother pretty much exclusively just plays WoW.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's like, anytime I hear of, like, a new MMO, like, Miller, you're the first person I ask about it. Like if it's, like, a trading card game, I always ask Kyle. But if it's an MMO, I always ask Miller. And it's like, I'll just send a Facebook message, like, you heard about this one? And you always have.
Yeah, I've had one character. I've played it a lot. Right. I maxed out one character.
Yeah. It came out yesterday.
The amount of hours I've wasted on my life, I could speak Arabic, Cantonese, and
have a happy marriage.
Afrikaans. Yeah. That too. No, I'm getting into that. But see, I beta just games that I beta tested: Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy Realm Reborn, The Secret World, Age of Conan, Guild Wars 2. Those are just the ones I beta tested. Then you got Final Fantasy 11, Star Wars: The Old Republic, Rift, Aeon,
World of Warcraft. I know you
World of Warcraft, yeah. How the fuck do I forget that one?
Because it's almost a given, right?
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah. Diablo and Diablo 3, which are sort of MMOs. Diablo 2 I didn't play somehow. I don't know how that happened. But
you did both versions of Final Fantasy 14.
Right. Yeah. And, of course, Final Fantasy 11. I don't know if I said that.
Yeah.
That was... Yeah, so I've played a shit ton of MMOs.
Do you have a favorite one?
The Secret World, we talked about that a little bit earlier, I think is still, because it's the most new concept to a game like that. It's not your, fantasy setting, sword and sorcery kind of game.
Is it set in modern time?
Yeah, it's a modern MMO that's sort of a survival horror meets MMO. And it's a Funcom and EA production, which... most people probably just said, "Well, fuck that."
Yeah, sounds awful. So far, sounds awful.
Yeah, but that's actually the only game that I'm currently playing. Like I haven't been taking the time to play hardly anything lately, but I just kind of rebooted that because I realized they had fixed some stuff that kind of got me to quit playing last time around. So, yeah, MMOs. If you got an MMO question, shoot.
MMOs and strippers.
MMOs and strippers. That's right.
So I don't guess. You don't do a ton of console gaming, right? But
no,
we burnt through a few Xbox 360s.
Yeah, well, that was
A few?
Yeah. I had bad luck with Xboxes, which is why I own a PS3 now.
Yeah. How many of those have you gone through?
Just one. Just
All right.
one.
You're welcome, Sony. We'll take that endorsement.
I've only had it for like 3 months, so I don't. But I mean, like the Elder Scrolls game, if it's not an MMO, I would much rather prefer to play it on a console. MMOs just are set up like I can't imagine playing an MMO on a PlayStation or an Xbox.
Yeah.
And like Oblivion or Skyrim or things like that, I can't imagine playing that with a mouse and cursor. And I know you can hook a controller up and get the emulator for the controller and all that kind of stuff. But I just like being able to sit on my couch with a controller in my lap and just go through a game that way.
Yeah.
That's my personal.
You have any siblings?
I have an older brother.
What's the age difference between you and your brother?
He is 7 years older than me.
74.
He's really old.
They say he might be my dad. I don't know if I always called
I've always called him brother. Yeah.
I just got the one older brother, and he's got 2 kids, and
that's a pretty big age gap. So I don't imagine you probably spend a lot of time like gaming together.
A little bit. At my grandma's house, we had an Atari and a Nintendo. Of course, that was when I was really, really young. When we had the Atari, and there was another gaming system that we had. I can't remember the name of it, but it's one of those things it's Aquarius, maybe.
Oh, something weird, obscure.
Yeah, well, yeah. But I remember sitting out there and playing with a little robot guy from Nintendo.
Rob?
Yeah.
Oh shit, you had a Rob?
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. I don't. You may
I
be
know
the only
anybody
person. Yeah.
Yes, forever ago. I remember sitting out there and playing Duck Hunt and all that kind of fun shit.
Yeah.
Rygar. I played Rygar for hours.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a fun game, except there was no, like, you either had to beat it or just don't play it because there was no save option.
Oh,
you either
right.
sat down, spent 2 hours beating it, or you were just wasting your damn time.
I have Rygar, the original card for the NES, and I can't get past the first level. It's just a brick wall, a bunch of doors, and a guy throwing a shield that comes back to him.
Yeah.
No idea what to do.
No, I loved it. Although it's funny looking back, the things that I enjoyed then now, I would probably be like, oh, God.
I don't know, man. Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt sounds pretty sweet. We can stop this podcast right now and play Duck Hunt. I'd be down.
Fuck it. Sorry, Internet. We're playing Duck Hunt.
Well, I'll just get right up on the screen and just blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
man.
blah.
That's like a watershed moment for me playing games was Duck Hunt. Because it's like, holy shit. Like, I've got a gun.
Yeah.
I'm pointing it at a fucking television screen and ducks are dying. How does this magic work?
I still don't understand how that's nuts. How have we not cured cancer? We can shoot invisible lasers at a television and kill ducks.
I've heard if you get like 60 levels in, you can actually shoot the dog.
Yeah.
I heard you can do that.
Yeah.
Really? Oh my god.
If you get 100 levels in, you cure cancer. Just no one's ever done
No
it.
one's done it.
Why would you shoot the dog?
He's a fucking asshole.
Asshole.
What do your parents do?
My mom is retired, and my dad works for the government.
Mm-hmm.
My mom worked for the government for years and years and years, but they're pretty old.
Are they gamers or anything?
No. My dad cannot use a cell phone. He's still got like a flip phone, and it'll ring, and he'll look at me like, "What do I do?
Why'd you get me this bell box?
Answer this. I don't. What's a button? What's a voicemail? Is that like a mail?" Yeah. He can't control the television. He guarantee you put a computer in front of him, he's just gonna, it's a big ass expensive paperweight because he doesn't know what the fuck to do with it.
So he likes WoW.
Yeah.
He's a level 80 warlock.
My mom loves technology, although she has no idea how any of it works. I went to get a new phone the other day, and I was talking to the guy, and he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Okay, your mom." He goes, "Okay, I know her. I spent an entire summer trying to get her Bluetooth hooked up in her van so that she could talk into the,
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, I kind of said the same thing. She just doesn't understand how all that shit works. She goes, yeah, it took me a long time to convince her that I couldn't help her with her Facebook problems on her phone. It's like, I tried to explain that Verizon had nothing to do with that. But, I was like, yeah, that sounds about right.
So I've mentioned your wonderful wife Becky Miller,
Mm-hmm.
who I enjoy. But was she a gamer? Or have you pulled her to that? Do you do any gaming together?
We played WoW together quite a bit.
Yeah.
She loved WoW. although she didn't really like doing the things that most people do in WoW, she likes to pick flowers and make money. That's all. She would just spend
in game and in real life.
She would spend hours just going around herbing, and she would just herb and mine, and sell it in Jewelcraft and sell it and sell it and sell it. And she never spent it on anything because she didn't give a shit about gear. She wasn't doing a raid.
Right.
She didn't give a damn. She just wanted to have lots of money in the bank. Can I have some of that? No. Why not? You're not going to spend it on anything. I might. Like what?
Flowers.
No. just no. Just fuck you. No. So yeah. But other than that, no. The Sims. She loves The Sims. Played that a lot. I tried to get her to play a few other things. In fact, I gave her. She actually was leveling up Evil DK at one point. One of your old Final Fantasy, yeah. But she did not like Final Fantasy 11 at all, and I don't blame her because you have to have a love of that genre of game to appreciate that as an MMO because it's so unlike every other MMO.
Yeah, my brother tried it and couldn't get into it.
And they didn't update it at all. I mean, they did a little bit, but like not to the point where they made it modern. You know what I mean? Like when it came out, like shortly after EverQuest and all that, it was pretty, all right, this is interesting. This is modern. But then like 8 years go by and they don't do anything to update any like of the UI or anything like that.
Yeah.
That you look at it, it's like, oh, this game is old. And it feels fucking old.
It's really weird to play an MMO where like it's not really quest driven at all. It's just you get a group, go out and kill shit for hours at a time.
Mm-hmm. You can do fetch quests.
I mean, you can do quests, but you don't get any experience.
There's like 5 of them in the game.
Yeah, you get no experience, and the rewards are
stuff no one will ever see because no one can see inside your house. So.
Yeah.
Are there any particular series of games or games that you just fucking loathe?
Resident Evil. I've already cleared that one. Really hate Resident Evil. I don't like puzzle games like Tetris and things like that. Because I mean now with cell phones you get the Candy Crush and all that kind of bullshit, and that's just and it just drives me crazy. And I think it mostly drives me crazy because every time I turn around, my wife or somebody that I'm with is playing Candy Crush or Candy Crush Saga or some shit like that, and I'm just like,
that doesn't just soothe you.
Ugh.
Where it's like, does it just make you feel at peace? You're like, someone I love is playing video games.
Yeah, no. If she was playing Chrono Trigger, it would be one thing. But
all right.
She's playing Candy Crush.
I uninstalled that the other day. Like, I'm wiping my hands of Candy Crush from all the bullshit that the patent trolling that they're doing. Like, they trademarked the word Saga. So they're going after other games that use Saga as trademark infringement.
God.
Candy Crush itself was stolen from an indie developer who put it on the PlayStation Network years and years ago. So they straight up stole it and then patented it and then are patent trolling. And King is just an awful company. So I've washed my hands of them.
Well, it made me think this. I've got Becky a card that essentially the card said it was a Valentine's Day card. There's nobody I'd rather lay in bed with while staring at my phone or something like that. And that is exactly what it's like. Okay, it's bedtime. Let's lay down in bed. And she just pulls out her phone, gets down on Candy Crush while we watch The Daily Show.
Because do you have any other hobbies outside of gaming? You filthy casual.
Filthy casual. Drinking. I've turned that into quite the hobby. Not really. Pen and paper games, as you know.
We do. We
do a lot of pen and paper gaming.
See, I would have figured you might like puzzle games just because I don't know anyone who can come close to how good you are at like riddles. Like your mind just works in such a way that you can put that shit together.
I do love riddles. And I am good at, like I said, I think my hatred for puzzle games just comes from, and I'm as guilty of it when it comes to, I do it on my phone with Reddit. I'm always face down in my phone on Reddit. But it's just that whole thing where you look around and everybody you see is on their phones playing some kind of little fucking game or checking their Facebook or updating their status. And it just drives me nuts.
God, you just sounded like my dad.
Yeah. I'm getting old, man. I'm getting real old.
I think I'm older than you.
Yeah, I've got an old soul. You're still young at heart.
Let's see. Let's say the next generation of consoles. Do you have one you have in mind of getting in the future?
No, I won't buy one until I've never bought a brand new console at all. I'll always wait at least a year after one comes out before I buy anything for like a Christmas sale or something.
Mhm.
I love Xbox. I love the interface. I thought the interface on Xbox is far superior to PlayStation. I don't know what the new consoles are gonna be like, and I've never screwed around with a Wii. I just the whole idea,
except for your own.
well, yeah. The idea of the Wii and like actually having to move with the Wiimote that kills me. That's not a fucking video game. That's a sport. That's bullshit. I'm not playing a game to have to stand up and move around and swing my arm. I want to be able to sit there on my fat ass with a controller in my lap. So I've never even considered the Nintendo at this point.
See, I was fine with WarioWare for the Wii, but then when I tried playing Resident Evil 4, that was awful because you have to stand up and hold the Wiimote like you would a gun and move it around, and it was just having to stand there and try to operate it like that was terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
not as good as Duck Hunt.
Not even close.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it, and it makes people that are playing video games a little more physically active. Which, first of all, how many calories do you really burn?
Exactly.
Swinging your wrist around.
That's a pretty weak argument.
Agreed. But so I think if I end up getting one, it would be an Xbox. At some point, I'll go back to the Xbox. I like the PS3 just fine, but I just the interface is what gets me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you probably did want to run for office before you started doing TADPOG. Now that's just
Yeah, now you
just-
can.
Yeah, there's no way I could. There's no way. God, this is like the we did a home movie one time, and there's still that's. I need to clarify what kind of home movie.
yeah. Usually when you say the phrase, we made a home movie, it's usually not innocent.
Yeah, I better stop and give the whole story. It was just like everybody got bored one night and started doing this. It was like a sort of a Mr. Show meets, you know the movie I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And a friend of ours still has the video, and I just know at one point in my life that's going to surface somewhere. It's fairly innocent, but it's a videotape of me acting like a douche. It's one thing to have it on audio.
Well, I mean, we can have you back. We can do video if you want.
Yeah, well, that'd be great.
What do you think your most favorite game of all time is? Or if you can't pick one, break it down to a top 5.
I can see that's the thing is I would have to do top 5 game series.
That's fine. I can roll with that.
Final Fantasy is obviously in the top 5 somewhere. Fallout is in the top 5 somewhere. Elder Scrolls, Silent Hill, and Fear.
Yeah, Fear. I don't hear Fear very much from people.
I really, really liked it. It's another one of those sort of survival horror, first-person shooter kind of games that I just really enjoyed. I rented it just on a whim. I had nothing else looked even remotely good, and I started playing it, and I just couldn't stop. And I went through all 3 of the games in like 2 weeks.
Because I own and have beaten the second one, and I really enjoyed that one. Have the third one. I'll get to it in my Steam challenge eventually.
Is that still going on?
Yeah, I just have to get over this Batman hump. So,
How long have we been working on Batman?
3 months, I guess.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I have 2 minutes logged.
You're done. You did it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
I guess I can move on.
And of course, I already said 5, but then BioShock. I loved BioShock 1, hated BioShock 2, and haven't been able to play Infinity? Is that what
Infinite.
Infinite, yeah. I haven't got to play that yet.
I'll send it home with you.
Do you have it on Xbox
Oh, wait a
or
minute. No, I have
PlayStation?
it on PC. Never mind.
Yep. Not gonna
Never
work.
mind. Forgot about that.
Maybe when
I have-
Steam does their game sharing,
Yeah.
we can let you borrow it.
That sounds awesome.
Because I've got the original BioShock for PC, 360, and PS3.
Wow.
That way, if anybody hey, you want to borrow this game? Take this game. I've got it for whatever you've got.
You're like a mega enabler.
Yeah. Oh man. So just from fucking BioShock, or people getting drunk around me because I thoroughly enjoy that. And you always appease me when it comes to that.
Yep.
You want to get
I don't want to let Tyler down.
Already am.
Don't want to let him down. Not at all.
All right, so we discussed. We talked a little bit about D&D because I mentioned you're fantastic at puzzles, and I remember I knew you were in the game where I split the party in 2, and I was giving a series of riddles to each party, and the one I knew you were on, I was found 6 of the hardest, most obscure riddles I could find. Each one took you about 5 seconds. and you blew Jacob's mind.
Do you have a riddle prepared for Miller?
I wish I would have thought about that. Man, that would have been good. But
yeah, it pisses me off when the last set of riddles you did in the last game we were playing. There was one that just pissed me off so much because we were thinking about it the entire wrong way.
Yeah,
it was basically a word puzzle, and we were trying to think it out like it was an actual riddle. And it made me so fucking mad when I realized what it was because it was right there in front of my face.
but just mentioning D&D, we like to talk about alignment in classes.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think your D&D race, alignment, and class would be? And we'll tell you why you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
I've never even thought about race. I don't know what would even.
Well, then human, clearly.
Yeah, I mean,
Human or dwarf?
yeah, I'm dwarf. I don't know if I'd be a dwarf. I don't think I would be a dwarf because I think charisma would actually be one of my good stats.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm not particularly attractive, I'm.
Don't be so hard on yourself. I think you're
cute.
I think you're very attractive.
Stop touching me. You're making this awkward. You're acting like you're going to go skiing or something.
Hey, you're the one in the middle. And my dick is always
as
out.
usual. I probably human because I don't think I have any stat that's well above the other and one that's lower. I think I'm pretty middle of the road.
Trade it out for an extra feet.
Yeah. I would say my alignment has to float somewhere between. I think I'm good.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Probably, but I also think I'm chaotic, but I don't think I'm chaotic good. It's sort of I'm probably neutral good.
Neutral good?
Yeah, somewhere either neutral good or chaotic.
Neutral good or chaotic neutral?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what I'm going for.
You have tendencies for both?
Yeah. Like, when I get drunk, I'm chaotic neutral. And when I'm not drunk, I'm neutral good. Yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
What about when you're sleeping?
When I'm sleeping, I don't know. I'm sleeping, Dave. Jesus. Did you say class?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I would think probably bard rogue of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Bard rogue master spy class. I am very musical, so like I've got some bard in me, and I'm not particularly sneaky, but I think I could make a good spy.
Okay, like diplomatically, like talking your way into a situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Like Fletch.
Yes.
All right, you've been on TADPOG a lot. You've listened to a lot of TADPOG.
Yes.
I asked Jacob the question, what do you think could make TADPOG better?
More calls. Lots. Just way more calls. I want all the calls. All your calls belong to Tad.
Well, that's a nice segue. That's what people call this.
No, I don't know. I think the show's great. Less Dave, maybe.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
No, more coffee for Dave, and here's why. I don't know how of the 7 or 8 episodes that we've done, like that I've been a guest host. At the end, Dave, half of them is just like, "Well, if you're still listening, good for you." This has been a pretty bad episode and a pretty bad game.
That's how I feel about this episode.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah. And then, I guess about a month ago, this cocksucker discovered coffee, which apparently makes his entire world way better. I don't remember which it was. At Harvest Moon?
Super Mario Brothers
Super Mario
2.
Brothers 2, where you discovered you liked coffee, and he was just all hopped on caffeine. I'm like, why weren't you all hopped up on caffeine when we were doing episodes? This is bullshit. You need to mainline some cappuccino before any episode that I come on.
I do. I can't get to that level again. It's really sad. I almost did at your place the other day, Tyler, but
You're going to be chasing that white rabbit.
I know, right?
Come on, coffee, come on. Just a little Starbucks, that's all.
First it's coffee, then it's speed.
Yeah. Just sprinkle a little speed in your coffee.
You know, meth is pretty cheap in this part of the woods. So.
Well, when we mentioned calls, we do have some hand-picked calls that fit the criteria we talked about last time.
What criteria were those?
Questions get preference under 3 minutes. And the shorter, I guess, really, the better. Because we had a few that met that, hit what we wanted to do, but we're trying to only do 2 or 3, depending if we also have to read an email, so.
All right. So people called us. First call.
What's up, guys? It's Tony. I had a question for you. If you guys were wizards, what would your familiars be? All right. Tropical Capricorn.
All right, Miller, you're a bard. Bard spy master. But if you were a wizard, What would your familiar be?
I don't accept the premise. I really don't. I'm clearly not. Do you see a big white beard, Dave?
Well, in
No.
3.0, there was a feat that could give Bard a familiar. So let's assume you have that feat.
Or let's just assume you have a big white beard.
Assumption is the mother of all fuck up.
You got a bull seed beard.
Yeah.
I don't know what my familiar would be. I'm going to go ahead and say a snake.
Snake.
A python of some kind. I actually had a pet ball python for a while when I was in college. Little known factoid about me.
Yeah, I know that either.
His name was Connor. He died because he would not eat, and I don't know how to feed a snake that doesn't want to eat. This is the dumbest thing. I had thought, okay, I'm afraid of snakes. I'm going to get over my fear of snakes by buying a snake and keeping it in my house.
And not feeding it.
Yeah.
I can kill you, fucker. You just standing over the terrarium every morning. Guess who's not eating today? I'm not scared of you, bitch. And I don't say, I say bitch, not because it was a female snake. Clearly it was a male snake. So.
How do you tell? I don't know.
Well, his name was Connor Miller. There's an indicator.
Well, it might have been a boy named Sue situation. But I bought him and I got a terrarium. And then when I got home, I put him in he was in the terrarium. And I was so scared to death he was going to find a way out. I put books on top of the terrarium, duct taped that fucker shut, and I would have to unduct tape it when I would try to feed him.
I don't know why you didn't eat any of those marshmallows.
Cheerios. Everybody likes Cheerios. Eat them.
He eats like a toddler.
You just throw a bag of Cheerios in there.
Connor just moved up to solids.
The food that you were supposed to feed them, anybody out there that has snakes knows these things are called...
mice.
Yes, Captain Obvious.
These things called mice.
They are... But he was so small he couldn't eat a full-grown live mouse, so they would sell you frozen dead mice.
Would you pop them in the microwave?
You had to warm them up to room temperature, so what I'd have to do is put it in a plastic bag separately and put it in warm water to warm
that's
it up.
gross.
Yeah.
No, now I know why that snake died. I wouldn't have fed it either. I then just looked at it and been like, Connor, I'm sorry.
I tried to feed him, but I didn't know. And apparently there is a way to force feed snakes. I just didn't know how to do it, and there wasn't any fucking way I was going to try to force feed it. I didn't even like the damn thing, and I was scared to death. I was scared to death that I was going to come home drunk one night, take him out and play with him, and pass out without putting him back in. And one night I'd been out drinking and I came home, and the next thing I know, I'm waking up. My eyes shoot open and I look around and I'm like, oh God. Did I get Connor out last night?
I'm not in the closet, so that's good. Where's Connor?
Thank God he was in the terrarium. I did not. If I did take him out, I remembered to put him back.
He probably didn't have the fucking energy to move.
He couldn't go anywhere. I felt bad. I felt really bad about that, but I didn't know. It's not like. Well, I wouldn't know how to force feed a dog either, I suppose. But if a snake doesn't want to eat, you ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, if you got to force feed a dog.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
So I'm surprised you said snake because you had such an awesome experience with Connor. I thought you'd say dog because you own like 1 million dogs.
Well, if I had an animal companion, it would be a bloodhound.
Okay.
But for a wizard's familiar, it would be a snake.
Okay.
I like the idea of snakes. I just don't like them.
What if there was a dog with no legs? How do you feel about that?
Man, I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
A dog with no legs,
Okay.
incredibly strong abs.
Right.
Oh God!
All right.
That's something you'd see in Silent Hill.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You need to call the people, the developers in Silent Hill, and say we got a new boss.
I know this guy named Miller. You may have heard of him on this little show called TADPOG. I know you listen. Tyler, what's your answer? If you were a wizard, what kind of familiar would you want?
I think I've already got mine. I just have to do the ritual to make him a familiar, and it's got to be River Cat. It's just got to be a fat orange cat. So your Garfield, your Heathcliffs, a fat orange cat.
Heathcliff is just the knockoff of Garfield, right? Is that how that works? Can someone explain this to me?
Junkyard.
Yeah, it's like alternate timeline Garfield.
Yeah. Instead of becoming a cat just living with John, he just goes out of the junkyard.
Exactly. If John never found Garfield, then you have Heathcliff.
It's true.
Who lives with Fat Albert? Because didn't they hang out in the dump?
Oh, I want to say that they were weirdly connected.
Oh, really?
I want to say that.
I want you to say that too.
I want it to be true.
Right.
Probably not, but I want it to be.
All right. If that crossover never happened, then it needed to, clearly. And probably will in the next 2 years in the fucking movie.
God willing.
God willing. Smurfs 3 with Heathcliff and Fat Albert.
And then Neil Patrick Harris. Awesome.
Shut up and give us your money. I'd also have to go. I've already got mine too.
Mm-hmm.
I got Berlioz, which is really Nikki's cat, but let's just face it, he likes me better.
Mm-hmm,
so he's my familiar.
Okay. So you've always had a penchant for black cats.
I love black cats.
Fucking cats.
Love black cats.
You got used to cats playing. That was our bonding moment. You playing Final Fantasy 11.
Yeah.
Because I had the computer that you could just play it on.
Yep.
So you would come over allergic to cats and sit in a chair so covered with cat dander that you eventually built up an immunity.
I was like the Dread Pirate Roberts with iocane powder. I just kept taking small doses of cat dander. And,
you didn't take small doses, man. You dove right in if you were playing at Tyler's house.
Yeah. That was a weird house. We'll tell stories about that house someday.
Yeah.
It's probably not the time. I can't have cats. I had a cat for a while and it didn't work. But I was telling...
You just killed him.
Yeah. He wasn't working out, so I fed him the Colonel. I was telling him earlier one of my favorite Ron Swanson moments of Barks and Rec, when he's like, "That's not a dog. It has to be 50 pounds or heavier to be a dog. Anything smaller than 50 pounds is a cat, and cats are worthless."
Thanks for calling, Tony. I hope we sufficiently answered your question.
What was the question?
What's it
Something about snakes.
Snake.
Oh, yeah.
How do you feel about dogs without legs?
TADPOG, this is Baby Dibs calling again. I haven't called in a couple of weeks because I moved from California to Oregon. And that took about 2 weeks, so it's been 2 weeks of sleeping in hotels with our 3-year-old in the bed and sleeping on the floor with our 3-year-old in the bed. So the last couple of weeks have not been a banner time for me. I had a question for you guys on your gaming habits. I have over 120 hours in Animal Crossing New Leaf for the 3DS, and it's just part of my life at this point is that I spend 45 minutes a day shaking perfect pear trees and selling them, and now I have almost 7 million bells in the bank, and everything is fully upgraded, and I have all the town upgrades that the town can hold, and I'm still doing this. So to hear you guys talk about, I played this, you guys play a whole SNES game and something for Other Ship Monday every week, and I think to myself, if I didn't spend 45 minutes a day on Animal Crossing, plus a little bit of time on something else most days, how much could I accomplish here? But I don't even know if it's fun at this point. I'm just spending all this time on it. So what are some games, have you guys ever had games where you felt that way? Or I guess an MMO would probably be the best equivalent to this, although Animal Crossing isn't one. But have you guys had this, and if so, how did you break away from it? Because I just can't stop playing this game that I don't even know if it's fun anymore. So anyway, you guys are still killing it on the show, and I love it, and F the haters and all that. So thanks. Bye.
Thank you, Baby Dibs.
Yes, thank you.
That was almost depressing, hearing it put that way. Do you think you've wasted a lot of your life playing 120 hours of Animal Crossing? At one time, I had an entire year. I'm talking 365 days logged into Final Fantasy XI. Now, a lot of that was just leaving it logged in and bizarring stuff. But, man, if there was a way to quantify exactly how much of that time I spent playing the game, actually actively playing the game, good God, it would blow... It would blow people's minds.
I probably had close to the same thing, too.
And that's one game. That's one MMO.
Because during culinary school, because I had to move off and I didn't know anybody, so I would just go to class, come home, Final Fantasy XI, a little bit of homework, sleep, rinse and repeat for 2 years. So it helped me get through, kind of being up there by myself and not knowing anybody. But when I got back Meg and I moved to DC. I've still played. When I didn't have a job, I spent all my time on 11. And it took me, I had to get a job that mandatorily cut down on my time. And then when I played BioShock, it helped break that cycle. And then when I went back and tried to play it, I wasn't having fun, and then I was able to get away from it.
That's how it was with WoW. I played that when I moved to Lexington, didn't know anybody, didn't really want to know anybody. Started playing that. And the only way to break out of that is, like you said, I think, to find another fucking game.
Yep.
Yeah.
And play it for a bit until you're done with it, and then you probably won't want to go back to that game you were playing originally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Baby Dibs sounds like it's time to put down Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Might I suggest Zelda: A Link Between Worlds or Bravely Default?
Yeah, there's a village in Bravely Default. You can max it out too.
Yep.
A lot easier. You don't have to shake any fucking trees.
I've been playing a game called Castle Clash.
Yeah.
It's like Clash of Clans, what you see, but it's just one of those, just exactly like it, same, just a little different skin on the game. And that's I like little games like that every once in a while because you can just pick it up, do it real quick, and then
Put it down.
Collect your golden mana, and then put it down.
But it just gotta break the cycle, man. We believe. And since you're in Oregon, look up Phil. You guys could be like, hey, we listened to this podcast. We both called in. Let's hang out.
The common bond. All right, Tyler, we got another call.
Yeah.
Hey, TADPOG, it's Wiley. I'm calling to say how much I enjoyed today's Demon Crest episode. It was really cool to see Megaliths on the show. Also wanted to talk about the Harvest Moon episode and say I'm totally in for the episode on Moon. Europa is my favorite for the record, and just let me know when I need to show up. I'm on for the Moon episode. Also, Mass Effect episode. You mentioned during the Harvest Moon that you guys would do Mass Effect. One of the only Xbox games I've ever played. So if you do Mass Effect episode, that would be terrific. I'd love to hear the two of you throw down on Mass Effect. And then for the last one, I have to say, in addition to hearing Megalith being on the show, I was also kind of disturbed about the Demon Crest episode, kind of along the lines of Tyler's mom. I only really have one question for you. I know you said you wanted questions for calls in the future, and I'm willing to help solve this problem. Why doesn't Jacob believe that the Holocaust happened? Tropical Capricorn.
Thank you, Maester Wiley.
Thanks, Wiley.
We'll have to have Jacob on to answer.
He's really going to have to explain this.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's no other way.
There's so many conspiracy theories and things that he just spouts whenever I try. I can't explain it properly.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll probably have him on pretty soon and he can explain it.
That would be nice.
I mean, to be fair, he really wants to make a compelling argument.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he should, this is America, man. He should be able to make that argument right here on TADPOG, and I think that's what needs to happen with you guys.
Yeah.
Just come on here and explain himself.
Yep. This is his soapbox, his public forum for his radical beliefs.
Yeah. Jacob, you're just going to have to come on here and do this, all right?
And at one point, we may have to Bill O'Reilly style cut out his mic, but we can give it a shot.
I mean, if he starts in on some of the things that I've heard him get just drunk as hell, and he will just go on a rant. The look on Dave's face right now.
I'm not saying any of this, all right? I just want to go ahead and say that. Now, you go ahead and say whatever you want to say, but I'm not saying any of this.
Jacob,
I made myself sick waiting for the Megalith episode to drop. He was like, well, Jacob's not going to be my friend anymore. Guess I got to find a Jacob-like person to fill that void.
Okay, Jacob doesn't drink, and he doesn't believe that the Holocaust didn't happen. There. It was just...
Are you calling me a liar?
He doesn't not believe that it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
But I'm totally down to do Mass Effect as a special episode, but the series of Mass Effect to discuss it.
I'm happy to talk about the Mass Effect 2. I'm not going to play the other ones.
I'd be happy to come back on and talk with Jacob about the Holocaust.
So we've all got our bases covered. I like that.
But thank you very much, Maester Wiley.
And thanks for Shawn Miller. Thanks for coming on the show, buddy.
Hey, I'm always here. I'm always ready. I'll answer the call.
Especially, we just realized the audio's fucked up. Yeah. So thanks for being on this fucked up episode.
One more reason. Now Dave's going to go on about how fucked up the episode is. He didn't get enough coffee.
Well, so now thank you for sticking through the audio. And then we'll also warn you at the beginning. So we'll warn you and then thank you. I've got more people to thank.
Yeah?
Well, exclusively.
Yeah, okay.
I guess Marquez Taryn This is all for Twitter. Marquez Taryn.
That's unoriginal. All right.
I
how do you think Nicole's going to feel about that? That's her title.
thought it was all. Well, we give. She worked at Hooters.
You just lumping all the women together?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
Well, a Marquise as well. If Josh Nance,
we don't have a marquee.
If Josh Nance ever shared the show, I call him Marquis Josh. So Hooters Taryn.
Yeah.
It works.
I think that's good.
Hooterus. Exalted Lord Mike, Sandwich Squire Phil,
Mm-hmm.
Baron Drew, Marquez Nicole, Impresario Tony, Archivist Cute Butt, and Chandra Knits Shit. We'll be thinking on that one. For Facebook, Lord Matt, Marquez Nicole, Saint Zach, myself,
If you say Marquez.
I'm not gonna say I about did. So we'll have to think of a title for our lovely wives, but Nikki, Hootress Taryn, Troubadours.
Can we just call her Nikki the Endurer? The one who endures being married to my ass.
Nikki
the Steadfast.
she who tolerates much. Troubadours Mega Elixir and Exalted Lord Mike.
Thanks, guys.
So thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes or Stitcher. So next episode, we'll be talking about IGN's 43rd ranked game, Breath of Fire. While you're there, don't forget to subscribe, give the show a 5-star rating, write a review, put a game you want us to do in the review, and most assuredly, it will be done.
Not in short order.
Yeah. We can't tell you when,
right.
but we will get to it.
Sometime before we die, we'll do it, unless we don't.
And then again, thanks to Shawn Miller for driving out and being patient and just lovely.
So happy to be here.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here.
Good. Like Tyler said, thanks for listening and thanks for being on the show, Miller. If you can't get enough Tadpog goodness, you can always find more at tadpog.com. That's where the show notes live. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/tadpog. A lot of cool people doing a lot of cool shit, sharing some Photoshop goodness, tattoo ideas, turds on the floor. There's photographs of shit.
Not the biggest piece of shit Tadpog's ever had up, by the way.
True. That sounds like a challenge that I don't really want to issue. You can also find us on Twitter. Twitter Nation is strong. Oh man, Taryn, thank you to Hooterus Taryn for giving out and promoting our show, because we've got more Twitter followers and we got 5. We got 5 today. That's more than we can handle. We're got a lot to do. Yeah, we're in a code red right now. You can find us at tadpog_podcast. We appreciate all the retweets we can get. Mm-hmm. You can also call us. Mm-hmm. You can be one of the cool people who calls us. It's dark in Tadpog Annex right now, so I can't read the phone number.
I will read it for you.
All right.
I bet I know it.
What is it?
All right, go for it.
270-883-2555.
He is correct.
All right.
You guys don't even have that shit memorized.
No.
Why would I? The only reason
I've got a sheet that it's written on.
To be fair, the only reason I have it memorized is because I was going to call in before I got here, and I was looking at it and I was like, no, that's not very funny. How am I going to call?
I don't know if you had called in and then had it to where you were responding to yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, Shawn. Oh, hey, it's me. Hey, what's up?
I was
just driving the car.
I was hoping you were going to say the only reason I remember that is because I can only climax when I hear that phone number.
I was gonna claim to be a girl who actually liked to select to this Spice Girl.
Yeah, that would have been a good one.
For the record, baby. I'm fond of redheads, but baby. Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. Quick quiz, Shawn Miller. He's been. This is old hat.
Yeah.
But our theme song.
Moves.
By whom?
Olive Parkway.
Yep. Try again.
Sycamore Drive.
There you go.
Got it. Where can a link to that track be found?
In the show notes. Tadpog.com.
That's pretty good.
You got our intro, you got our outro.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking solid.
Yeah, we should have just shut the fuck up and let him do the outro.
Should have just shut up and let me sit there saying balls over and over again.
So until next time, Tropical Capricorn.
And we walk in, and the lady behind the counter goes, "You can't bring that in here." And we look down, we're like, "The beer or the porn?"